So this video is going to be for those people who might want to start a gym but are a bit wary of it. Well, I'm here to tell you that you shouldn't be. Nobody cares what you are doing at the gym. Nobody's looking at you like I thought they would. Nobody cares. You do your own thing and everything will be fine. But I have a few tips. I have it all on my tablet. So if you see me look down, please, I'm sorry, but I forget a lot of things. So I have to have everything written down. In fact, I'm gonna bring my pen just so I can tick with my pen. So I don't want this video to be too long. I just want to give you some tips regarding going to the gym, what had worked for me regarding the gym, and what I learned along the way to make things a little bit easier. So the first tip I want to start with is for you to get a program or a trainer. If you feel uncomfortable at the gym, this might help you a lot because you're no longer looking at what you're going to do. You know what you're going to do. The program is telling you what you want to do. And in a lot of programs, if the machine or the thing that you need to do is taken or there is no space for you, you can choose an alternative that will target the same muscles and will get you the same progress. So make sure that in your program you can track your weights and that you can choose something else if what is up next you cannot do. There are also things like when I'm not feeling my best, and because I'm a heavy busted person, I don't like to do a lot of jumps because it tends to hurt me. So when there are jumps involved, I do an alternative so that I can find something that suits me better. So that is my first step, the biggest step I will probably give you, because getting a program changed my life and changed the way I look at the gym, because I no longer am planning what I need to do. I no longer am thinking, oh my god, I will get there and don't know what I'm doing. And I no longer have any inkling in thinking that is what I'm doing actually working, because it is. I know it is, and I'm seeing results because I track my weights. And I also take progress photos, which is something else I will get into later on. Tip number two would be to meal prep. I know I have said this before, and I don't usually do this. Sometimes I don't. So I'm telling you, this helps a lot, because when I do, I know that I can spend as much time as I want at the gym, because when I get home, I don't have to do anything. If you are worried about food like I am, like worried about leaving it done for too long, I meal prep the day before. So I make sure that I have my breakfast, lunch, and dinner ready, so that during the day I know what calories I'm taking, I know how much I need to eat, and I know that I have my food ready for the moments in which I need it the most. Like after working out, I know that I have my protein shake ready, or I have a protein bar ready for me, because the muscles are so depleted, you need to give them protein. And honestly, after my workouts, I am craving protein. And I know this, I'm giving this tip to you, but I should take it on as well, because like I say in many of my videos, I'm not perfect, my life is not perfect, and sometimes I get lazy and I don't meal prep. And believe me, when you meal prep, your future self will thank your past self for doing it, because this week I meal prep the whole week, and I was very thankful, because what I do is when I have my rest days, I meal prep. So because I have a little bit more time in the kitchen because I haven't been to the gym, so I meal prep, and then every time I'm at the gym, I don't worry at all about having to go home and cook, and I know that I have everything done and ready for me to eat. Tip number 3. This is a big one that it took me a long time to learn. Even if you feel uncomfortable in the way you look, which you shouldn't, because you should be happy with your body the way it is always, take progress photos. It is very, very important, because that's when you will see the progress that you've been doing, whether it's because you want to lose weight, or whether it's if you want to gain muscle, whether if you want to gain weight. Progress photos will help. And maybe also take some measurements. I get really annoyed with measurements because I don't know if I'm doing it the way that I did it last time I took them, but do take measurements. And don't use the scale so much, because unless you have a smart scale, and I'm guessing even if you do, it's not as good as the ones they will give you at like a gym or something. It will not tell you how much of it is fat, how much of it is muscle, how much is retained water, bones. It will not tell you all of that. So you will think that you have gained 3 kilos, but in reality, maybe you have drunk a lot of water, maybe you have gained muscle, maybe you're on your period. You know, there are a lot of factors that on the scale you cannot see. Like, I went down about 13 kilos when I started my fitness journey. I was, I believe, at 86 kilos, and then I went down to, I don't know, 73, 72, something like that. But a lot of time, either I maintain it because I'm losing fat while gaining muscle. Sorry, my bird is going crazy. Or sometimes I gain weight. Last time I looked at the scale was months ago, and I like gained 2 kilos, but because I went really hard on some of my workouts and took a rest day, so I think it was more, I don't think, I'm sure that was more muscle gain than it was fat gain. So yeah, don't use the scale so much, because it won't tell you what you want to see. You will think you are gaining weight, and like me, what happened before, I was using the scale so much that I would give up and say, well, this is not working, and I would forget my why and look just at the scale. So that is something that will not help during your fitness journey, especially if you're trying to lose weight. And always remember your why, guys. My why, for example, was that I wanted to be stronger, I wanted to be less lethargic, and I wanted to, even though I wanted obviously to look better, to lose weight, the weight I wanted to lose was because I was getting so heavy that my breathing was really shallow. I couldn't walk very far. I couldn't do things that usually I would be able to do. Even going up the stairs was like torture for me. So that was my why. That was why I wanted to lose weight, not just to look good. And I'm telling you, it was about that as well, because everyone wants to look good, you know? But it wasn't just that. I wanted to be healthy. That's what you have to get in your mind. This is a health journey, and this is for a lifetime. And this takes us to tip number 4. This might be a little controversial, because you might think the gym is not a catwalk, we're not modeling, but wear something that makes you feel confident. You don't need to care that people are saying that you care too much about the aesthetic, because everyone wants to, like I already said, everyone wants to look good, you know? And I remember when I was wearing clothes that I wasn't very confident in, and also clothes that weren't fitting me well back when I was losing weight. I wasn't feeling good, you know? Then I remember I got into Honoractive a lot and I started buying clothes. In fact, I am wearing the tee right now because I wear it all the time because it makes me feel good. And whenever I was ordering something and getting to wear it for the first time, even second, third, you know, every time I wear Honor, and this is not me telling you to go buy Honor because I have no affiliation with Chrissy or Honor or Evolve You, even though I mentioned them a lot. They just made a difference to me, so I am going to talk about them. Anyway, when I wear Honor, I feel confident. I walk into the gym and think, this is going to be a great workout. I know maybe it might seem a little shallow to some of you, but if you need to hold on to those little things that will make you happy, then do it. You're not hurting anyone. You're not being mean to anyone. You're not doing it to be better than anyone. You're just doing it to feel good about yourself. So if you need to have clothes, they don't need to be expensive. They don't need to be from Honor. They don't need to be anything. They just need to make you feel comfortable. I have to tell you that when I started to wear clothes that were comfortable to me, I started to had better workouts because I was no longer afraid about bending down, having everything showing. I was no longer afraid that a part of me that I didn't want to show was showing. So even just maybe oversized tees if you're not very comfortable with having everything on show. And if you are comfortable, you can wear those beautiful strappy bralettes, you know, that make you feel like a champ. You can do that and you will feel like a superwoman, you know. I was hearing these people talk about the Wonder Woman stance and how powerful it is, and just like that, clothes can be powerful in their own way. I know it's a bit about the aesthetic, but if you feel good in what you're wearing, you will have a better workout. If you don't really feel comfortable, if the clothes are maybe too tight for you, if the clothes are maybe too loose for you, like for example me, I don't like clothes when I'm working out that in the pants area, I don't like them to be too loose because there will be chafing. So I wanted to feel like I have nothing on, and that's what Honor, especially Effortless, does for me. So that's what I wear. I tend to leave like Timeless because it feels so soft but is not as tight as Effortless. I tend to leave those for back days and maybe if I'm doing a little bit of cardio, and I leave Effortless for leg days and glutes and hamstrings and stuff like that. So yeah, clothes, you may not like this tip, but it did it for me. It helped me, and every time I go to the gym and wear something that I'm comfortable in and that I feel confident in, it helps in my workout. In fact, last time I went, I forgot my bra top and I had to work out in just my bra. And if you are a heavy busted lady, you will know that you need the extra support during a workout. And I honestly had the worst workout ever just because I didn't feel comfortable in what I was wearing. And yeah, I needed that little bit of boost from having that support that the bra top gave me. And that is my fourth tip. The fifth and last tip, I mean, I could go on forever with these tips, but I just thought I would keep things light and go with the tips that have worked for me mainly in the beginning, you know. And the fifth tip is to prioritize rest. I have had a whole video about rest. I have talked about it in many videos, and I will continue to talk about it because when I first started, I didn't prioritize rest, and there are days that I still don't. And it's so hard to get into your head and think, if I rest, I will lose all my progress. But you're not, guys. One day of rest, even a week of rest, or maybe a deload week, will not do anything to your progress if you look at it in the bigger picture. You need to prioritize rest and nutrition because it all goes hand in hand in the fitness journey. And when I say prioritize rest, this means your rest days as well as your sleep. You need to look into how much sleep is the right sleep for you, and you need to get that every night. For example, me, if I get too much sleep, I will be groggy all day. If I just get the enough amount, like 6-7 hours, I'm good. But if I get less, I remember when I had like 4 hours of sleep because I stayed up working, and my workout was absolutely horrible. I almost fainted, and I remember on that day, because I had slept so little and had worked so much, I hadn't even meal prepped, so it all goes together, and I felt horrible at the gym. It was one of the worst workouts I had ever had, and in fact, I had to stop mid workout and just do some stretching because stretchings make me feel better. So I had to do some stretching just to get back to it and then be able to drive home, because I wasn't going to drive home like that. So yeah, prioritize rest, guys. When I started, like I said, I never took rest. I was going 7 days a week, and I got burnt out a lot. And it took me a while to realize that that was the reason that I was getting so burnt out. And on my program, the program I chose, which is the Evolve You, I don't know if I mentioned this in this video already, I have deload weeks, and you can either choose from a 3-day program or a 5-day program. You never have a 7-day program, and you get a few rest days a week, and you also get deload weeks where you just do just a tiny bit of cardio, some stretching, just to relax your body, open it up, and just not add any weights. Just give your muscles a break, because sometimes they need to. And if you are on holiday, do not worry about working out. You will have time to go to the gym. I promise you, you will have time to go to the gym. So what you don't have time to is regret not going to eat with your friends, to go out with your family, or go on holiday, just because you thought if you didn't work out, you will lose everything, you know? And when I say prioritize nutrition, I want to also add a tiny other tip that says don't limit yourself too much. You just need to have a combination of everything and be consistent with it. So don't like go on a binge, of course, but don't be like, I'm not gonna eat that, and that. Don't limit yourself too much, because it won't be sustainable. Just make sure that in your plate you have carbs, protein, nutrients, everything that you need for your body to perform better when you're at the gym, when you're living your life, when you're taking care of your family, when you're taking care of yourself. What I'm trying to say is, don't cut out any food groups, because then your food will not be giving you what you actually need from it. And I promise you, you will end up binging so hard on the thing. Like right now it's trending on Instagram, when you want a chocolate chip and you end up eating yogurt, a banana, some grapes, and the entire bucket of chocolate chips. So if you just want that chocolate chip, have it. Just be mindful that you don't eat a whole packet every day, you know. I have chocolate every single day. If it's not chocolate, it's something sweet. I tend to make sure that I have all my protein and nutrients and carbs and everything I need during the day within my meals. And then at night, before I go to sleep, like an hour, 2 hours before I go to sleep, I have some tea and I have something sweet. That's how I end my day. I make sure that I don't have a lot of it, but I do have it. And I mean, I have never been more happy with my diet than I am now, because I'm not limiting myself and I'm not cutting out foods. So you guys, to wrap it all up, have a program or a trainer. It depends on what you prefer. A trainer can be with you and can be very helpful. The gym that I go to has a lot of very good trainers. Or if you don't like people, like a person that is on you all the time, you can get a program. Meal prep, very important. Take progress photo and don't rely on the scale too much, because it's in the progress photos that you will actually see with your eyes what the progress is looking like. Wear stuff that will make you feel comfortable but also confident about yourself, and prioritize sleep, rest, and nutrition. That is all I have for you for today, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It goes a long way for me, and I will love you forever. And I truly hope that I see you in my next video. I hope this has been very helpful. And please, if you have any questions, do put them down in the comments below. If you don't feel comfortable putting them in the comments, you can add me on Instagram, and I always have my handle in the last part of the video, so you can see it there, and I will pop it down below just for you. So if you don't want to watch till the end of the video, you can get it from there. Please do message me if you have any questions. I would love to talk to you. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna shut up and head to the gym, and I'll see you in my next video.